What's going on, everyone? I'm Sean from Start to Finish Gaming, and welcome back to episode 36 here on ARK Survival Evolved. Guys, in the last episode, we had the Shadow Mane army take on the dragon, and oh my god, what an episode it was. If you haven't checked out that video, in the right-hand corner right about now is a link sending you on over there, so definitely check out that video, then come on back to this one. But today, guys, today's going to be a bit of a relaxing episode. Obviously, we had a lot of excitement in the last one. I have realized that, unfortunately, the Shadow Mane line is pretty much done. I don't think they're going to be taking on the Alpha Dragon, unfortunately, at this point. I think we do have to go the Herbivore route, which means we need to make a greenhouse, and on top of that, we're going to need fertilizer, so might as well go out and get ourselves a Dung Beetle. Now, before we get into the episode, I do want to talk about the fight because, oh my god, I was on the edge of my seat with that beta fight. I will honestly say that is the most fun I've had recording an episode in God knows how long. It's been a while, honestly. I was on the edge of my seat. I don't know if you guys could tell by the excitement of me, like, cheering at the end of actually beating beta, but I just don't think that these guys are going to be able to take on Alpha. So I do have a couple of ideas for the Alpha Dragon fight. Yes, we can go the traditional Therizino route, but we do have to go out and find a really good saddle too, and hopefully it's a blueprint, or we got to find 20 of them. But I do have a couple of other ideas, which we'll go over in the future, but first things first. We are level 90 at this point, so regardless of how the fight went, we would not be able to take on Alpha because we actually need to be level 100, and I totally forgot about that. So even if the Shadow Manes kind of wiped the floor, it wouldn't have made a difference. We would have to do Alpha at a later time anyways. But I think getting into a greenhouse is going to be good at this point because obviously we have to start making sweet veggie cakes if we are going to go the Herbivore route for the fight. And then also, we might as well make some exceptional kibble, because is it exceptional or extraordinary? I always forget which one is the best one, but there are a couple of dinos in particular that can only get 100% tame with kibble, and a couple of them are fan favorites, so I definitely want to go get those at a later point. But first things first, we do have to make a greenhouse, and might as well go get some dung beetles in the process too. But guys, if you find yourself enjoying this episode, make sure to smash that like button for me. And on top of that, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. It really, really helps me out, guys. We're getting closer and closer to 5K, guys, which is absolutely crazy. So do your part, make that happen, hit the subscribe button. Alright guys, so first things first, we're actually going to go out and get ourselves some dung beetles. And not sure if you guys know this, but on the island, the only place to actually get dung beetles is inside some of the caves. So we are over here at the Artifact of the Clever Cave. We're going to run on in here and try to get ourselves some dung beetles. Now, you do need poop, obviously, for dung beetles. So I've actually brought a Uranus over with me because I'm not sure if you guys know this trick or not, but pretty simply, anytime you throw out a creature, it will actually poop. So all you have to do, theoretically, if you are on PvE, where you don't actually have like a cooldown timer or anything on your cryo, just cryo them up and then throw them back out, and you'll literally rinse and repeat and just continuously get poop. It's actually great. I believe because we're set on 4 taming and everything like that, I think it's 3 large animal feces for 150 essentially. So I'm gonna bring 6 in with me with the hope that, who knows, maybe we'll come across 2 150s in there, and then we'll go from there. Besides that, I am also gonna get myself some torches. I hear something going on behind me, so let's get on over to the snow owl here and see what's going on. Oh, it's a couple of dillos. Okay, let's just deal with them nice and quick so they're not gonna bother me. There we go, sweet. Okay, moving on. Let's get rid of this Dillo too. Why not? Because I feel like this guy's going to be a problem for me. There we go. But anyways, yeah, this is a nice little, I don't know if it's an exploit or anything like that, because it's just poop. It's not that big of a deal. It's not game breaking or anything like that, but it's just a nice little trick that I do like to use and everything like that. So that is a total of 6 right there. Let's go around quickly and get ourselves some torches, because I'm not a fan of using gamma in the caves and stuff like that. I just think it kind of washes them out and everything, and especially on console and everything like that, using HDR and everything like that, it really looks like real colorful and everything, and I really don't want to ruin that by using by putting on like gamma and stuff like that, where everything's just gonna get all washed, and it just looks, I don't know, it just looks off-putting to me. I don't know, that's just my own personal thing on it. Let me take a quick look around here before I do anything. I think we're good. All right, let's get a little bit of wood, a little bit of thatch. I think we're good to go. I'm going to make a couple of these guys. I can make a total of 19, so I'm going to make 4. I think that's more than enough. I have, in fact, as my cave mount, brought Chris along. I think Chris will be fine in this cave. Also, too, I've actually gotten a heck of a lot better saddle for Chris. If you guys don't remember, Chris is our Sabertooth from a while ago, and has made a couple of appearances in, you know, some recent episodes, I'll say, basically. Artifact of the Skylord was the most recent. But let's kind of get this guy in here, and using the torch, I think, just makes it look so much better. But yeah, that's an Ascendant Sabertooth saddle, which is 121 armor, which is absolutely crazy. So I'm going to drop the flint. I'm going to drop this. I'm going to drop the stone. I don't think I need anything else, honestly. We have that. We have the Yudi. We have food for the Snow Owl. The Snow Owl will just hang out in here. I think we'll totally be okay, just kind of going into the cave like this. I'm going to actually hold a torch, too. Just because the cave will get a little bit dark, but here we go. Artifact of the Clever Cave. We haven't done this cave in a bit, obviously. Oh! There was a spider. I don't know what happened to it, though. In this cave, you can get those megalania on the ceilings, I think, so we gotta watch out for that. In this cave, you'll also get, like, spiders. You'll get Aranio and stuff like that. I think we did a full, we obviously did a full, like, walkthrough of this cave, essentially. There's a few bats and everything like that. Let's deal with these guys. Oh, God, there's a lot of them. Alright, let's have Chris just deal with them, because I think Chris will just do a little bit more damage here. Alright, there we go. Cool. Nice and easy. Moving on to the next room, and we'll slowly see if there's actually any in here. I hope there is, honestly. I just need, like, 1 or 2. Nothing too crazy. I would love to get as many as I can, but, like, this cave can have Arthropleura, which makes it a bit dangerous to come through here. I would have done the Artifact of the Hunter Cave. It's just a bit far. So might as well kind of check this cave first on the way, and then if this cave's not good, then we'll go check the Hunter, because the Hunter traditionally does have them in there. So we'll adventure through this cave. Anything interesting, I'll bring you guys back, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, so I've explored the cave, and unfortunately, no dung beetles. But I will take the artifact, because why not? I might as well do a little bit of design at base with this thing. But we will take that, basically. So now we're going to head down to the artifact of the Hunter Cave. Alright, first things first though, guys. I did find this red drop, so we're going to take a look at it and see if I got anything good here. Hopefully so, but let's see. Iguanodon, C4, no. I was hoping Iguanodon could be changed for Therizino, but I'm not going to really worry about that. Let's dump that out. I don't see that was a Moses saddle. That's actually kind of interesting, but not going to bother with it. Let's head over to the artifact of the Hunter Cave. Oh, yeah, my pants broke inside of that cave too, because a couple of Arthropleura came up on me, and yeah, things happen like that. So let's head on over to the artifact of the Hunter Cave. Oh, and if you guys don't know, this is roughly where the artifact of the Clever Cave is. About 41, 46, basically. You're going to be looking for this little hill, and then the cave is right in there, basically. Alright, guys. Next up, artifact of the Hunter Cave. Located right about here. 8053. This is probably the easiest cave out of all of the caves on the map, and I feel like I always see a dung beetle or two in here, so hopefully we'll have some luck. Let's get through this cave, see how it goes, and yeah, I'm gonna grab the artifact while I'm here anyways. Why is there a dodo down here? Dodo must have wandered its way in here, and why is it really, really light right now? It should not be this lit up. This is really weird. It shouldn't be lit up like it's like midday in here, like it's outside basically. That's really weird. Alright, well, I guess we get to see what the cave actually looks like basically. I'm not even gonna bother with my torch then. I'll keep the torch on the saber, but alright, this kind of gives us a whole new experience of what the cave actually looks like. This is actually really cool. Watch, out of nowhere, it's just gonna go complete darkness basically. I will be able to see the whatchamacallit's on the screen a little bit easier. This is really strange. Oh my gosh. Because you never really see the cave like this. You usually see it like a little bit dark, and then you just have the torch to kind of help you out, but This is like we're kind of just walking out in the middle of the park in the middle of the day. Oh my gosh. And here we go. Okay, that's the cave that I know of. I don't know why that's happening. That's so weird. It really shouldn't be like that, unless I haven't done unless the cave is like that, and I just haven't done this cave in that long. But I don't know. I feel like there's a lighting thing going on there, because I feel like you shouldn't have these little spots right here with light that's able to get in when we're inside of a cave. But I don't know. This cave does tend to be the easiest, but you can get a couple threats here. You can get Megalania on the ceilings. You can get Megalosauruses in this cave too, surprisingly, even though it is considered one of the easiest caves on the island here. You can get a Megalosaurus right when you turn the corner here, in that next little room that's a little bit further down. Usually this is where the Megalania are, so I'm gonna kind of keep an eye out for this guy. Sometimes they are in the actual ceiling, so you can't really do anything about it, but it looks okay right now. But yeah, usually either straight ahead or to the left a bit. Sometimes there is a Megalosaurus, and if there is, we're in trouble. Oh, there's a Megalania. Look at that. Woo! Oh, there were two. Wow. Oh my god, they scare the crap out of me every single time, honestly. I'm hoping that because there were Megalania here, there's no Megalosaurus. I don't see a Megalosaurus, so I think we're okay. I'm going to start over here and see if there are any dung beetles. Okay, there's a spider. I don't see anything else. I think we're okay. Spiders are okay. Megalosauruses are not. Oh, geez, we have a lot of spiders here. I mean, they're easy to deal with, again, because this guy's really good at this point. Like, the saddle's really good on Chris. So we don't really have to worry too much, but, like, holy crap, that was a lot of them. All right, let's deal with this spider over here. And we have another one. Oh, this is like the land of the spiders right now. Jeez. Yeah, something's up with the lighting. I'm going to say it, because that should not be like that. I don't know what's going on right now, but lighting seems a bit off in this cave specifically. It should not be this bright traditionally where, yeah, I can see that there's a loot crate over there. Yeah, I shouldn't be able to see that clearly. Look at that. I can look straight down into the water and see the piranha and all that stuff. Oh my god, of course. The one day I don't have the baryonyx to head on over is the day that there's like a loot crate or something like that over there. I wonder if there's another way around. I don't actually remember, but let's kind of press on. Let's see if we can find ourselves a dung beetle or two, and then go from there. All right, so I already see 2 dung beetles. I see 3. I see 4 dung beetles in here, which is awesome. All right, so before we actually go for those dung beetles, I kind of wanted to just clear out the cave, and let's clear out the artifact, because why not? Let's head back to those dung beetles, though, and let's get this taming started and everything. We got ourselves 6 large feces, or just poop, basically, and hopefully we should be able to tame these guys no problem. We have one right here, and I'm kind of hoping... I think I'm going to let this one go, because I feel like right when I tame it, it's going to start walking, it's going to fall in that water, and there is a Sarco right in that water, plus a ton of piranha. So I think we're going to let that one go. We have 3 right here, which is honestly pretty damn good. There probably are a few more, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. Plus, one of these is like a 145, so why the heck not? So let's start with like the crappy ones. No pun intended. Well, pun intended, actually, there. We have a 20. Let's get that 20 right away. And I think I have a total of 4 cryos, so we should actually be pretty good here. This 145 will take the longest. It's probably going to take a total of 3. But we'll see how this goes. And we have another one right here. I think 3 is going to be more than enough. I could always pick up some more on the way if need be. 98. Okay, so this is actually going to work out perfectly. Because this one needs 1 more, and then this one will need 2 more. So that's actually perfect. Now it's just a matter of just waiting. What's nice is that they're not moving. So I'm kind of curious if I should try to go for that one and see if we can get that one. But we'll have to tame these guys first, and then we'll Oh my god, I ate it by mistake. Oh my god, that was so stupid. Anyways, okay, let's just get ourselves another feces then. Why not? And we'll be okay. I mean, we're not really going to be okay. We just ate poop, but, you know. Oh my god. I wonder if I feed this one, will it tame right away because it's a level 50? And it will. Awesome. Okay, so we actually have a second dung beetle. And then we're still waiting on the other two to actually be hungry and everything. So we'll get those two, and we're looking pretty good. That'll be a total of 4 dung beetles. That's actually not that bad. Right, this one's asking for food, and it is ours. Before we do anything, this other one's probably asking for food then too, since I did them at pretty much the same time. Nope, this one still is waiting to be fed, so we'll actually get this guy in a cryo, and then we'll wait on the last one. Hopefully it's pretty much ready to go at this point. Alright, feed number 2. And now that we did the second feed, this should be relatively quick, or at least I hope it's going to be relatively quick. And number 3, sweet. There is our dung beetle. It is a... doesn't say. So I bet you can't breed these, because it actually doesn't say what gender it is. When you put it into cryo, it does, but... yeah, so it's another male. Okay, so I think you can only... yeah, so it doesn't have a gender. They're all going to be specifically male, so you can't breed or anything like that. All right, good to know. We're going to head on back to base at this point. We have our dung beetles, and what we're going to do is we're going to set up a little dung beetle pen for them, and then we're going to get started on our greenhouse and everything. Real excited about this. All right, guys, now that we're back at base, I can kind of show off what I'm thinking about doing. So we already have the little Ovis pen. I think we're going to make a pen right here, essentially, that runs out to about here, and basically just box this whole area in, and this will be where the dung beetles can roam. I think it'll be fine, honestly. I probably will just go too high with the fences just so prevent them from getting out or anything like that. I'm hoping I can also put like a door or something in. I'm not really sure, but we'll have to figure it out and everything. But we do have a little bit of construction to do, because not only do I want to build this, but I'm going to do the greenhouse over here. What I want to do with this design is basically, let me go into orbit camera, make this a little bit easier for you guys to see. I think making a hexagon shape would look really nice here. I think we can make this look real natural over here. And plus, I don't know, I actually really like how the hexagon will honestly look. I've used it in the past and everything like that, and I really like how it comes out. So we'll try it over here and see honestly how this goes. But firstly, guys, let's go get the materials needed to get these projects done. Alright, let's see if this works here. I'm honestly not sure if this is going to work, but let's see how this goes. So I kind of want to put one down here, but I was kind of hoping it would connect with the house. I might have to just demolish this for a minute in order to get this to connect. But let's see if this actually works the way that I want it to. Doesn't look like it's going to. Nah, because it connects over there. Alright, I guess I'm going to kind of have to eyeball this then. Alright, looks like I did it the wrong way, so let's give this a shot again. I don't know why I went from the house. I probably should have just went from the other fence foundations that I already had. So let's break these and let's do this process again. Then I also have to make myself another... let's see if I can get this. Oh my gosh, why is this one being a little bit tough to get? There we go. And then let's get the last one right about there. Yeah, I think I just kind of did this backwards, basically. So, starting here, basically, is probably the way that I should have done this. So we'll make 2, just to kind of start getting this lined up. I'm a little worried it's going to go under the foundation, though. But we'll see how this goes. If I can even get it lined up. That's really going to be the biggest thing at this point. Oh, it does. Sweet. Okay, it just kind of juts up like that. That's okay, actually. That's not too bad. So I think we're going to be okay. I just kind of have to run it this way, then run it that way, basically. Alright, so we ran into a few problems, but I think we got this all fixed, basically. So, this is just going to be the area. I am going to have to fix this up a little bit, because I did have to break a couple things here to get this going, including the 2 wood fence foundations I had up there, and the pillars, basically, just in order to get this to go the way that I wanted. It's not perfect. I kind of had to line these up, like eyeball them, which is why if you look, they're a little bit off and everything like that. These all snap, no problem. The problem was getting this and this to snap didn't necessarily work. It just kept basically trying to snap on the ceilings here. So I would have to break the ceilings in order to do this, and I don't have time for that, basically. I'm going to leave this the way that it is. It's just a way for me to get in and out, basically. And then I'm going to put a fence here, and then fence maybe there. I don't know yet. We'll kind of figure that out. But it's going along pretty well at this point. I think I have enough stuff to make these fences, don't I? Well, the railings. I can make 1. Okay, so it comes down to fiber. Okay, there we go. And I can make 2. Perfect. Okay, I think that's going to be enough. It's actually going to be a little too much, which is okay. I'm not going to bother actually putting a railing up here like this, because I think it would just look a little wonky. I think the way that it is more than fine. I think they'll be able to walk around here no problem, and yeah, we should be looking pretty good with that. So let's get the dung beetles out here. Let's get them thrown on in there, and yeah, we'll get them going. We'll get them producing fertilizer for us. Alright, so the dung beetles are on wander. It is one of those things that you need to do. Never understood why they need to be on wander in order to produce the fertilizer. Because this is what happens. They just bunch up into the corner, right where the door is and everything, and yeah, they'll just kind of hang out there, even though they're on wandering. They're not going to move, basically. Except for that guy over there. It looks like he's going on a bit of an adventure and not sure where he's going off to. But yeah, eventually they'll make fertilizer for us. And what's actually really cool is, not sure if you guys know this, but every 15 minutes they will actually produce 1 fertilizer. Now, if you just put like large feces in there like we are, you'll basically just get 1 fertilizer every 15 minutes from them. But if you put in all the different types of fertilizer, small, medium, large, and then there's also massive, I think that's just from the Titanosaur, you'll actually get 4 fertilizer in that 15 minutes. It's 1 fertilizer per group, I guess, large being one group, medium being another, and small being another. So I've actually given them 4 large poops, so they all have 1 large each, and then they also have 1 medium each. So theoretically, in 15 minutes, we'll have a total of 2, 4, 6, 8 fertilizer total, which is actually pretty damn cool. But let's get to building the actual greenhouse. Like I said, I kind of want to do a hexagon design out here, and I think it's going to come out really nice, especially because of the shape of this little area. I think a hexagonal shape will just fit in really, really nicely. So let's get started with that build. Alright guys, we got some starting materials here. Let's get started. Let's kind of back this up, get an idea of what the landscape looks like, and then go from there. So I'm kind of looking at the end of this thing. This little point is basically what I'm looking at here. I want to get myself centered with this to kind of get started. So right about there, I want to say. Let's kind of back this up. And it looks a little off. I don't know why. I would probably say the first piece would probably go here. I think we're going to kind of aim ourselves. Yeah, let's look at that right there. And that should kind of... Yeah, to me, that's kind of center. I don't know why, but this is where we're going to kind of start our build and everything here. And I think it'll come out fine, honestly. Let me think. It's going to go boom, 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 boom. Okay, so let's back this up and kind of go right about here. And the reason is that we have to do essentially 3 rows that we have to do around this. So I'm going to kind of line it up this way. I think that's actually a little bit better doing it like this. Yeah, yeah, that should be fine right about there, actually. Let's put that first piece in, and then let's get this started. So I'm going to start off with a... Ooh, actually, whoops. Let's try this again, because I actually messed this up already. Oh my gosh. Alright, so for the first piece that I'm putting down, I'm actually going to put it down a little bit higher than center because the next one is actually going to start off our build. We're actually going to get rid of this one quickly and kind of see what we're looking at here. Hopefully we're okay. I got to go 1 more down. Oh boy. 3rd time's a charm, hopefully. Alright, let's try this again. I think that's okay, honestly. Let's pick this up. Let's see what we're looking at here. I think that's okay. I think that'll be fine, actually. So we'll have a few little bits to eat. Let's get started. So we actually have to do triangles all the way around first. There we go. And now all you simply do is just triangle. Let's see. It's triangle, triangle, triangle. And then it's going to be a regular stone foundation. Woo. Oh my god, I'm doing this wrong. Alright, let's start from the front here, actually. It's supposed to be stone foundation. Stone foundation. Basically, at all of the corners here, we're going to be doing a stone foundation here. And I think we just gave ourselves enough room, actually, to do this. Oh my gosh. Anyways, okay, so now in these little spaces, we're going to put triangle foundations. And we're going to go one more out with this, but first things first, actually go to each of the regular stone foundations and switch it to the block so it actually looks all uniform. This is just the traditional, that's what the triangle looks like, so all you do is just go to here, switch to block, and it looks all natural basically now. So I'm going to go around and quickly do this. And we should be good. Now we're just going to continue with the build here. So we're going to put another triangle down, and now I'm going to do one more row around. Now, to be honest, this is more than big enough here, honestly, and I really like how this is looking right now. This is going to be where all of the plots and everything are going to go. This is the actual greenhouse. I want to do one more border basically around because that's just going to be like a walkway basically. Because look at this view. You can't beat that view basically. So we're going to... Ooh, actually... Purple with a ring around it. Let's go get that first until we, and then we'll go with the build. Alright, flashlight attachment and journeyman Diplo saddle. Nah. Not that good, but that's okay. It's totally fine when we get bad stuff, because all the bad stuff, basically, if it doesn't get dropped, heads on over here to our industrial grinders. Let's throw that stuff in, because I have no use for flashlight or a Diplo saddle. And as you can see, it's starting to slowly build up here. Eventually, I'll actually grind the stuff and see what we get from it. Ooh. Little large poop. Gotta take that. Alright, now at this point I am going to need to get a little bit more resources, but this is kind of the idea. You do 3 triangles and then 1 square, essentially. 3 triangles, 1 square, 3 triangles, 1 square. Essentially, anything that's a triangle gets a square. Let's pretty much put it that way. I think that's probably the easiest way to explain it. So because this is a square, it does not get a square, because as you guys can see, if I put the square in, it's not going to line up or anything. So triangle, square. Triangle, square, triangle, square, triangle, square, barely, nice. And now the rest of this is just going to be filled with triangles specifically. And there we go. That's going to pretty much be our entire thing. And then what I can do here is I actually could... I could do something with this. Maybe I could actually demolish these. We'll do that in a little bit. Let me actually make a few more things, and I'll kind of show you what it's going to look like here. We do need a little bit more thatch, though. Alright, so essentially this is what we're looking at here, and I actually really like how it came out. Now, to give you guys an idea of what's going to be going on, we have ourselves our stone stairs. Door's going to pretty much be here. Like I said, this is just going to be kind of like a border so we can kind of look out and everything like that. But the rest of this is obviously going to be greenhouse glass because obviously we're going to want the most amount of bonus and everything like that. What I can actually do right now and what I probably should do right now is actually start getting all of the... I probably should break these yet again and actually start putting in the piping, which I think is what I'm actually going to do. So we're going to kind of backtrack a second here. You know what? Let's break all of that first. Just so I can get the piping down and everything like that. Some people don't mind having the piping kind of poke out and everything like that. Personally, I'm not necessarily a fan of it, so I think that's what we're going to kind of do, is just have the, basically just have the piping underneath the stone. It just makes things look a little bit nicer, in my opinion. But let's kind of get this started here. So I am going to need an intake. I'm going to need a couple of these, I would say. Let's do... we're definitely going to need a couple taps. Let's get kind of one of these just started, just so I can kind of figure out where I'm going to be going with this thing. Alright, let's kind of put this in the dead center here. All right, got the first one in. Oh, we have a little more poop, so might as well grab that. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to put more of these down. I'm just going to put as many as I can. Another 5 is fine, because I don't really know where I'm going to actually be placing the... I don't know where I'm going to be placing the crop plots yet, so I kind of want to just kind of cover my own basis and everything like that. So we're going to kind of put one down this way, if it'll let me... There we go. I see it connecting up there. We'll put another one over that way. We'll put another one over this way. I just want to make sure it's connecting. It is not. It is. Right there. Perfect. And then we'll put one over towards the back here. And then from there, we're obviously going to run it out. Where is this pipe going? So this pipe is this way. So this is the way that it's going to basically run to the water, essentially, here. So what I'll actually have to do is I might actually have to break this in order to kind of figure this out, which I think we're just going to do. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. Let's see. Do I have enough to actually make a couple of... I'm going to probably need 2 straights. And then 3 verticals should be okay for right now to kind of give us an idea. Straight there, and then straight there. That's actually perfect. Oh my gosh. Then we'll do the verticals down, which we're going to have to go down to the water to kind of have those line up and everything. But not looking too bad so far. Alright, so now I'm just trying to connect the pipes and everything down here. Looks like I need a few more straight ones specifically. I did just try to kind of put them all underground and everything, just to kind of, I don't know, make it nice and clean, but I kind of lost my way in here, and I honestly have no idea where it's connecting anymore. So I think we're just going to kind of do a new line here, and I think it'll be okay. So we'll just do that. That's perfect. That's no big deal. Put that in, and now we have our intake nice and easy. Let's get rid of this guy. We don't actually need this one. There we go. And we're looking pretty good at that point there. Let's head on up and see what we're looking at. So let's just make sure everything is blue in here. And it is, which is perfect. What we're actually going to do is we're going to make a couple of these taps because, again, I can only make one. So I guess that's what we're going to be doing. Because I don't expect to kind of put any in the middle here, but I'm kind of thinking like put one here, not one there, but one here and one here. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess? I don't know. I kind of have to figure out exactly how I want to do it. Maybe I'll put one in the middle too, but what's nice is I think I could put these little tap things kind of just inside of everything. And it's not going to actually, it'll actually irrigate it, which is actually kind of cool. So you kind of keep the, keep them basically inside of the foundations and everything, which makes it look a little bit nicer in my opinion. I am going to have to break a little bit of this stuff to kind of get this going, but it's fine. It is what it is. So I'll kind of I'll put one there. I think I'll kind of just have to break all 5 of these and kind of go from there, which is fine. We have more than enough material and everything to get this done. So let's get this all figured out here. Alright, so this is kind of the design I went with and everything. We'll obviously fill this all up and everything. I have decided to put one in the center just so I can, 1, make sure that water is running at all times so I am good. But also if I'm in here and I need a drink or anything, I can pretty much just drink this and everything and it'll be totally fine. So let me get this all covered up. I'm also going to go around and just make sure that all the foundations are actually set to block as opposed to default. So let me get that done and then we'll start working on the greenhouse, which obviously we're going to need crystal and all that stuff for, which I already actually have. So we'll kind of get to all the crystal and everything in a bit here. So let me get this all kind of patched up and everything, and I'll be back in a minute, guys. Alright, now let's make the greenhouse. I have a ton of materials and everything ready to go for this, so we should be looking pretty good. First things first, double door and double door frame. We are going to make some greenhouse walls. I don't know how many to make, I'm going to be honest. I'm probably just going to make, like, I don't know, let's go with 5 to start, just to kind of get an idea of how many. And then we'll head back on over, and we'll start putting these guys on. Alright guys, let's get started here. I actually ended up making 10 walls instead. I just think it'll be a little bit better instead of just doing 5 and kind of running back and forth. That is the way that I want the door to go, so I am liking that. That is good. Now let's get to the outside here and kind of continue this process. Hopefully everything snaps the right way. I think it's green I'm looking for. Green. Yeah, that's snapping the correct way. I will say, the greenhouse is like the toughest thing for me to kind of figure out how to snap and everything like that. Always drives me nuts doing this, but we're looking pretty good so far, I think. And I think, oh, I need one more. Okay, but that's kind of the area, that's kind of what I'm working with. And I think, like I said, there's going to be like, I'm going to put a, I don't know if I'm going to do it specifically on each foundation is going to be the greenhouse, or maybe I'll kind of do it like, let's see here, maybe like one kind of here, then kind of line the next one here, so that'll give us a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 10 of them. Okay, that's not that bad. I'll kind of figure out the design and everything, the way that I actually want to do it and whatnot, once we get the whole thing built. But at this point, I think what we're going to do is we're going to do another foundation here, another wall here, basically, and then we'll start working up. We're not going to go too high on this. I don't want to go too crazy, but I really like how greenhouse looks. I just wish they had a more, I wish they came out with like a more durable version of greenhouse, just because it looks really nice on like houses and stuff. I guess we'll take a quick second to look. Like, that looks nice on the house. Like, I really like that's how you kind of incorporate like windows and stuff, but like, I don't know, like, it's like, if you sneeze on it, it almost breaks. Like, they gotta make a more durable, I just feel like they gotta make a more durable glass or something like that for us. I don't know, maybe that'll be something in ARK 2 or something. We'll have to, see, though. So we need at least one of these, and then I'm gonna do a whole nother row around. So I need, 5, 10, 11... and then we gotta start working on the roof, but I always forget how to do the roof. So let's put up the walls first, then we'll figure that out. Alright, so we're looking pretty good from the outside here, not too shabby. Now, I'm honestly not sure the way I want to do the roof. I don't know if I just want to do just a square roof, basically just make it pretty much just a full hexagon and call it a day, or do kind of like a, I don't know, like, I don't know what the best way to put it is. Almost kind of do like a triangle roof. I don't know if that makes sense. Where it's kind of like pointed, basically, or just keep it like this, kind of like sloped going in, or just kind of keep it like this. To be honest, I think for right now, again, I don't want to go too nuts with this. I think I'm just going to make it just a flat roof, basically. Again, I want to keep everything simple for now. We could always improve on it, but again, it takes a lot of material. I'm going to be honest. I don't know. I don't want to kind of start working at it, then I break it, stuff like that. So I think we're just going to do the combination of just normal greenhouse ceilings and then triangle ceilings to kind of close it on up. But first things first, let's head over to the Argent. Argent's got a little bit of poop for us, too. We're going to head on over here because I have a lot more crystal, because we're running out of crystal real quick. I think I started out with over 1,000 crystal, and we're already down to literally like nothing. I think it's like I can only make 5 greenhouse ceilings. We're only at 189 crystal at this point, so like, yeah, like, you go through it real damn quick. But again, I have a decent amount here, so hopefully we'll be able to get this project done, honestly, with the amount of crystal that I have left. Alright, guys, so now we are going to put on the roof, and I'm going to reiterate what I said before, because words are hard, and triangle roof does not make sense. I was kind of figuring out if I wanted to do a sloped roof, that's the actual name of it, or just a completely flat roof, and I think we're just going to go with the completely flat roof. So to figure out how to do it, just look at the floor, basically. So floor is stone triangle foundation, so the roof, triangle ceiling. Not too shabby, not too hard to do. Hopefully this is the right snap point, I'm going to be honest, because 1, this stuff's expensive. 2, it makes a horrible sound when you break it, basically. So I'm just going to go around, quickly do this. Alright, looks like we got a red drop here at base, so let's check this guy on out and see what we get. We're going to take a little bit of damage, that's okay, and C4 charge and chitin boots, so no thank you and no thank you. So let's head back on up here. I do have a total of 10 of the large crop plots, basically. You know, you can use all different sizes and everything. I just always have tended to go with the large, but maybe in this situation, we'll kind of see how it looks. Maybe we'll actually do the medium instead. But what I do is to kind of line everything up. I actually put down ladders. Ladders are the best thing in the world when you're actually trying to set these things up and everything. So it is going to be a little bit tough because this angle you can't actually kind of work with. So I'll do the outside ones first and kind of get those going here. So basically how you do this is you just get up on the ladder, and basically what happens is it centers you, basically. So all you have to do is just kind of walk on over and line yourself up. Yeah, these things are actually really, really big, so I don't know if this is actually going to work the way that I intended, but we'll see. Alright, so there is, in fact, a total of 5. What I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to break all of these large ones, because I think, and I would like to maybe experiment by putting mediums kind of in between them, and I think because I'm wrecking all 5 of these, I should actually have just enough materials to actually make 5 medium ones. So we'll see the size of those and see if this actually works, kind of setting them on up in here. Oh, perfect, I can make 5. Okay, awesome. Let's see kind of what they look like. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would be 11. What if we did just 1, 2, 3, 4? That would be a total of 10. Wait, am I looking at this right? So we have 5 here. No, 5 and 4 is 9. Oh my god. Okay, anyways, let's get these set up here. Let's see kind of what they're gonna look like. They're actually not that bad. I can kind of put them like kind of in the middle like this. Should I put one here? Well, what are we at? We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think that's fine, honestly. I'm not going to go. That would be 2 more, basically. 10, 11. Yeah, I guess more the merrier when it comes to crop plots. So, let's put 2 more out. Why the hell not, basically? So, alright, look at this. We got a ton of fertilizer here. They also actually give you a little bit of oil, too, which is kind of cool. What happened to the 77? Did I actually grab... Oh, I did. I thought I grabbed from the 32, but apparently I grabbed from the level 77 one. But look at all this fertilizer. Oh my gosh, this is great. And it's literally just in building this structure. And I mean, again, it's been about an hour, I would say, of this entire build and everything like that. So we do have a little bit to work with here. I don't know where I put the rest of the seeds, so I'll kind of have to figure that out in between episodes. But let's get this going. So kind of what I'm thinking is I probably want to do the large ones for like... it doesn't actually matter. Maybe I'll do like the shorter seeds, I guess, in these, if that makes sense. So these are going to be like Sava root. This one will be rock carrot. And that one will be rock carrot. And this one will be Sava root. And now when it comes to the mediums, we'll do kind of 1 citronal, 1 long grass, citronal, long grass, and kind of do that. Okay, so long grass. This should be a citronal. Whoops. This is a citronal. To long grass. Citronal. Long grass. And then your citronal. Perfect. Okay, so fertilizer, 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 fertilizer. Fertilizer, fertilizer. Oops. Fertilizer. Fertilizer. And then I'm just going to kind of go around in circles, basically, here, and just continuously put this fertilizer in. And again, fertilizer gives you so much, it's just a lot. Look at that. I mean, 107,000 fertilizer, just from 2, basically, so far. But, I mean, we're looking pretty damn good at this point. This is going to take a little bit, obviously, to make, but this puts us in a really good position at this point, because... obviously, and I'm sorry if I'm making you guys dizzy and everything like that. I probably should just do this after the episode's done. So I'll continue with the fertilizer after the episode. But guys, this puts us in a really good situation basically here, because obviously we can start, whoa, that was a little close. We could start actually doing custom recipes. We could start doing kibble. We could start doing... a lot of other things, honestly, with it. We could obviously do sweet veggie cakes, which we're going to need eventually. So I think this puts us in a really good position, and I think this was a really, really good time to actually start working on the greenhouse farming and all that. But, guys, overall, that is, in fact, going to wrap up this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, smash that like button. Questions, comments, leave it down below. If you're new to the channel, or you've already been enjoying my content, but you just haven't hit that subscribe button yet, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It really, really helps me out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much to all my Patreons. If you would like access to my servers, if you'd like your name at the end of my videos, head over to my Patreon for more info. Link is in the description down below.